When we are referring to COVID-19, we are not only talking about those who have been affected by the virus. No, that's a direct effect. But there is some indirect impact also that is quite visible. The impact on economy, the impact on livelihood, the impact on our state of mind. Now, this whole lockdown. So, COVID 19 has to be viewed more with a holistic view. We cannot look at it only from a point of view that something, a virus that hits us, we get affected, maybe a 4 or 5 days of quarantine, and then we are back again. There is something more to it. There is something more that you and I need to understand. And this message has to reach out to people. So everyone here on this call has a moral responsibility of getting this message across to as many people as possible. So with the help of a presentation, I will guide you through the whole idea and understanding of COVID-19 and health in this unprecedented times. And after the session, we have time for Q&A. And I would encourage you not to get too busy with your chat box right now. So you can reserve your questions for the end and you can chat with us towards the end. You drop your question and we will definitely answer. So keeping that in mind, we will now get started with the presentation. So if Arun Anthony and Jangir Akbar can give me a thumbs up as far as my screen and my volume audible. Okay, so I'm getting a double thumbs up from both of them. Thank you so much. Dear friends, welcoming one and all to explore the community of immunity. Well, at the very outset, I would recommend each one of you to grab a notebook and a pen, to get yourself a notebook and a pen and to make notes. Because these points are definitely going to make an impact on you. Moreover, please remember what we are sharing here today is a message that needs to also cross borders of your family, your house. So you are in many ways attending a train the trainer program where you are getting a knowledge which you need to share further. So make your notes, okay? Be very generous in making your notes, and this will also help you ask some very valid questions and clarifications towards the end. So your first thing that you need to write on your notebook is a thank you. You need to send a message of gratitude to the friend, to the connection who has sent you this link. You know, I have a couple of still messages flashing in the chat box that volume is not clear. We need to understand the network issues on your side. Plus, if you keep your video off, the bandwidth increases. So the clarity of the call improves. So your first assignment for today is to say a thank you to the person who has invited you for this session. You could have received an invitation via WhatsApp, via a phone call, via social media, any medium. No, a known friend, a contact could have approached you. You need to express your thank you because definitely you're going to be experiencing a wave of change in your life. So here when you're talking in terms of having expressed your gratitude, I would also encourage you to watch episode 1 and episode 2 of Community of Immunity. Both these videos have been posted on my channel, Think Above. And if you view the first 2 episodes, you will also find a lot of extract that comes out of this very easy. Of course, I will be making a few references from there as well for the comfort of those who are attending this presentation for the first time. But for in the longer run, I definitely would encourage you to cover up episode 1 and 2. And this is some good knowledge that we have shared with you. I'm repeatedly using the word knowledge and not wisdom, because from the school of experience that I come, only when knowledge is applied, it becomes wisdom. So we are offering a lot of knowledge. Application is subject to you. And friends, peace begins with a smile. Mother Teresa, time and again, reminds us that peace is something that you and I yearn for. Everybody, in whatever walk of life we are. Peace is something that we want. Give me peace of mind. And that peace begins with your own smile. Nothing that we have to go looking for on the outside. It is within. So we share our smile with you. I would definitely want you to be aware of my source of learning, okay, so that my references become easy. Usually when you're reading a book, the references are marked at the end. Where are the things extracted from? But I would definitely like to begin with it so that you know from where these messages are coming to you. Be assured, some of them coming out of a textbook, but 99% is coming out of real life experiences. And my coaches have been my parents, my spiritual guide, my places of education, my own family, the various organizations that I'm associated with. I draw a lot of inspiration and wisdom from the Word of God. And my university has been my travels. 22 years, 27 countries. And with all humility and with a very humble heart, I like to, this is divine providence. I have 4 passports which I have completed. Pages are over, but I don't have a single visiting card. So I have traveled 27 countries without a visiting card. And that wouldn't have been possible only because of me. So there is definitely divine grace and providence that surpasses all this thing that I'm doing. And travel has taught me so much. And for those of you who are also avid travelers like me, will definitely agree. What traveling can teach you, no institution can. I also have an extended family that I've got acquainted in the last couple of years, an amazing bunch of people who have been an amazing source of learning and growing together. So all this and much more is coming from all these families and my sources of information. And this session encourages you to change. Change as an acronym is C for clarity of thought, H for happy smiles, A for appreciation, N for nature, Mother Nature, G for gratitude, and E for enthusiasm. This change is what is required in the world today. It has become a necessity. And the father of our nation gave us an awesome sentence, Mahatma Gandhi, quote, change is what you must be, what you want to see in others, unquote. So the change that begins within. First, you and I need to have clarity of thought. Second, our smile is contagious. So happy smiles. Appreciation for every little grace and blessing in your life. Many of us for the past 7 months haven't been traveling out due to the lockdown. If we are with our family, we need to appreciate that. We need to be grateful for that. We need to appreciate every little thing that happens around us. Thank you is not a very expensive word, but it is used very seldom. Then getting connected with Mother Nature, aligning ourselves with Mother Nature. And like I was sharing in the video just before this session on stress management, the moment we align ourselves with nature, life becomes more easy. Life becomes more easy. And then we have G for gratitude, to be grateful in our heart for all the things that are happening around us, to express our gratitude. And E for enthusiasm. Energy is very contagious. And this is what people need to see. Because there are a lot of challenges ahead. Some of these challenges have already begun. They are manifesting in different ways. Challenges that are not known to us is the institution called family is distorting. The institution called family is distorting. Technology has surpassed so much. Albert Einstein, I don't know whether I should put him in the list of a prophet or a scientist. He said when technology surpasses human interaction, we might live with a bunch of idiots. and technology has surpassed human interaction. I mean, visiting families for counseling, helping them sort out their minor issues. We come across so many homes, 4 members in the family living under one roof and alone. There are the young who want to do something good in life, who want to do something big in life, and they're very ambitious, and we really encourage them. You need to be ambitious. But in your quest to become ambitious, you don't have to become isolated. The young ones stay away from everything because they want to become independent. Being independent is good, but isolating oneself is not good. And worse than COVID-19, what is seeping into the mainstream is depression to astronomical proportions. And this is worse than COVID-19. So here when we are talking in terms of this lockdown, a common thing that all of us have seen, our forefathers have not experienced. Each one of us can write a book, My Story During the Lockdown. And definitely it will be a blockbuster. Lockdown is a physical state, but to be knocked down in life is a mental state. So here, friends, when we are talking in terms of this lockdown and knockdown, things were not so easy for us any which ways, and then we have an additional family member. So to say, now we are living with COVID here, and we have accepted it in many ways. A couple of days back, I was out with my friend Eknath Kumbar, and he mentioned something that really struck a bell in my mind. He said during the peak of the lockdown, April, May, June, there was no COVID outside. It was there, but less. COVID was less outside. But it was in our mind, and we were in a lockdown. Now he says COVID-19 is there outside, but it is not in our mind. Now people have started going out as if things have become as normal as before. And then we are seeing a lot of cases also increasing. And here the whole world remains masked, and we don't know for how long. But if you go by this report from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, where the committee that is analyzing the growing numbers of COVID-19, they speculate that half of Indians could be infected by COVID-19 by February 2021. We are a 1.3 billion country. Imagine half of that population being affected by this virus by February 2021. The reason why you need a paper and a pen to go through the rest of the presentation. Because what are the initial signs and symptoms? Fever, dry cough, fatigue, sputum, and shortness of breath, and you're running chills, you're throwing up, you're diarrhea. So people say, bro, we suggest that you go for a COVID-19 test. Get yourself tested. During the early days of COVID-19, okay, this has been, now it will celebrate its anniversary because data says that it was already manifesting itself in November in China, but they did not take it so seriously. They thought it was just one of the things. December, it reached some proportions where it started getting uncontrollable. January, February, everything was okay, but March, it was termed as a pandemic. So can you imagine November, December, January, February, in 5 months, a virus becoming a pandemic, uncontrolled. And in the early days, research showed that COVID-19 affects the respiratory system. You know, you have pneumonic patches and shortness of breath. I have a couple of my friends who have recovered from COVID-19, and their common story was that during the time of their, the viral load was high, they could not even lie down flat because every time they tried to lie down, they could not breathe. So I have friends who have sat sitting position for a week only to catch up with their breath. Of course, some of our friends did not make it, and some did. Some had to be on a ventilator. So respiratory system was under attack, and the line of treatment was designed accordingly. Then research proved that COVID-19 is not only limited to your respiratory system, but it is also affecting your circulatory system. Thickening of blood was noticed. Thickening of blood was noticed. And this is what was growing. This is what was growing. Then research came up and said, even the lymphatic system is under attack. And the lymphatic system is 3-4 times more than the circulatory system. is under attack. And what has baffled the medical fraternity in the last months is that COVID-19 has also shown a capacity, a capability of breaking the blood-brain barrier. Friends, this is a cause of alarm. But like I told you, even in the invitation, this presentation is to increase awareness so that fear is dispelled. No, one way of looking at it is with a very fearful attitude. But definitely would encourage you to know, to be aware of what this virus is capable of. Breaking the blood-brain barrier is breaking the most supreme defense mechanism that the body has. You know, the brain has the capacity of keeping aside synthetic stuff. Chemicals don't enter the brain. That is because of the blood-brain barrier. In food, we have very few food that can have the possibility of entering the blood-brain barrier. Krill oil, coconut oil, ghee, cow ghee. That is why in Ayurveda it is termed as Sarva Shrestha Ahar. The most supreme kind of food that you can have is cow ghee. It is an excellent brain tonic. So now the virus has entered the brain also. Manifestations of COVID-19 have been so much. You know, digestive system getting upset, urinary system getting upset, immune system getting a beating, neurological system suffering, reproductive system can be hampered, and heart diseases. No, myocardial injuries, cardiac arrhythmias, sudden cardiac death. Friends, I have experienced this in my closest circle. I lost two of my classmates from school, and both of them were leading a healthy life. They were not something with a pre-existing illness. But the common news that came to us was they slept, they went to bed at night, they did not wake up. So one could look at this as a very peaceful kind of a death. But then I did not realize that this is one of the manifestations of COVID-19. That you go to bed and you never know if you're going to wake up the next day morning. So respiratory system under attack. Breathing is becoming a challenge. Pneumonic patches, clots in the blood, thickening of the blood. And these are cases also reported from people who have recovered from COVID-19 and experiencing this after a week. The rise in neurological disorders because COVID-19 breaking the blood-brain barrier. Be assured, friends, this is what is actually going to be the scene. There is going to be a queue outside counseling centers, outside neurological departments, and outside places where they are treating for asthma, respiratory disorders, because even wearing a mask for prolonged hours during the day can cause a lot of breathing problems in the future. So what is our protection today could also be the cause of health concern in the future. So when there is so much of focus on healthcare, you know, we had COVID-19 warriors and a grand salute to them. Because many of these COVID warriors have been fighting fearlessly, selflessly. We've seen so many doctors who haven't gone home for months because they don't want to infect their families. And they have been serving society, they have been serving community, so many nurses, paramedics, volunteers, NGOs. But friends, when there is so much of focus on healthcare, why don't we also focus on something called as wellness? Because this is the new normal. This is the new normal. To getting connected digitally, but also to be connected emotionally and spiritually. So the new normal is to be spiritually digital. And this is something that is the base of today's discussion, because the whole demography, the whole way perception of health has changed. You know, health was social health, financial health, emotional health, spiritual health, physical health, all these balances together and you are balanced. But now comes in the post-COVID era, where we have to be socially healthy, financially healthy, emotionally healthy, spiritually healthy, physically healthy, and digitally healthy. You and I cannot afford to miss this. You know, just 2 weeks back, we did a session exclusively for farmers. Farmers who told us, no technology and we can't do all these things. We had over 140 farmers with us for 2 hours online on a Zoom platform. Technology is something that you and I cannot miss. Digital world is something that you and I cannot miss. But there is a certain imbalance. There is a certain imbalance because people are becoming digital. But what we need to remain is spiritually digital. When we are talking of this imbalance, we also have a clarion call in our country, Atmanirbhar, self-reliant. In other words, you have to manage your own life. Now, this is as far as the economy is concerned. That the country has to become self-reliant. But even as far as our health is concerned, this same slogan is appropriate. That you and I need to become self-reliant as far as our own health is concerned. And that is the starting point of community of immunity from India with love. If one city, one country in the world could give a whole world a pandemic, one city, one country in the world also has the power and the potential to enhance the immune system of the rest of the world. And we are so happy that you have decided to be a part of our mission. But where do we start? To start, you and I need to have the right perception. If you look at this image clearly, one sees 6, one sees 9, and both are right in their ways. But for having clarity of the community of immunity, I would definitely want you to know which glasses you need to wear. You need to put on the glasses of Ayurveda, the science of life. We are not promoting or branding Ayurveda as pathy. A lot of people come up and tell us, I tried allopathy, I tried homeopathy, I tried Ayurveda, and I did this and I did that. So Ayurveda is limited to a box, which is medicine. No, it is not. Ayurveda is the science of life. So you and I need to put on these glasses. If you look at the rest of the presentation from an Ayurveda point of view, understanding will be much simpler. Because friends, our health is balanced on a tripod. Many of you have a tripod at home. You put your camera on it. I'm holding a tripod now because I got a light in front of me. It's a tripod. And science has proven that a tripod is the most well-balanced structure to support any kind of load on it. The tripod of health, the tripod of our life is, as in Hindi, is Ahar, Nidra and Brahmacharya, or nutrition, self-control and sleep. These are 3 areas. That is why I put these stamps, nutrition, self-control, deep sleep. And I'm going to be basing the rest of the presentation. The rest of the presentation is based out of these 3 pillars of nutrition, self-control and sleep. So here when we are talking in terms of AYUSH, Ministry of Health, Ministry of AYUSH, on 29th of April 2020, peak lockdown, they already announced that to boost your immunity, drink warm water. Daily practice yoga, pranayam, meditation, 30 minutes. Use spices like turmeric, cumin, coriander, garlic in your cooking. Friends, AYUSH is a technical body with a lot of experts from various fields. If they have made this recommendation, this is not based out of their thinking, this is based out of research. So one should look at this one slide very carefully and put it into practice on a daily basis. But then when we are talking in terms of our starting point, the biggest battles you will face in life is your daily appointment with yourself. Keep it and every other battle will fade away. So community of immunity is based on this philosophy of you keeping your appointment with yourself every day. So when you're talking in terms of keeping an appointment with yourself, it becomes easier when we keep our appointment with ourselves aligned with Mother Nature. 7th standard textbook teaches us that Earth is made up of 5 elements and so are we. Earth, water, fire, air, and space, ether. These are the 5 elements that govern planet Earth, and these are the 5 elements that govern you and me. When these elements are balanced, when these forces of nature are balanced within the human body, our health is optimum. But when these forces are imbalanced, that is where it's a cause of concern. The most easiest way, I would say the most easiest way, because my orientation is basically that of a lazy person. So whatever I try to do is I try to find out a lazy solution. When the task is difficult, They say always give it to the laziest guy because he'll find out the easiest way of doing it. And here, friends, to balance your immune system, to enhance your immunity, I recommend 20 minutes of this posture to you, where you just touch the tips of your fingers and you sit down. For those of you who are making notes, continue. For those of you who are not making notes, I would recommend you sit down and enjoy the rest of the presentation. Now, when we sit down like this, no thumb to thumb, forefinger to forefinger, middle finger to middle finger, little finger to little finger, just like this, relaxed posture. What happens? What are the benefits? I have posted this on a video called Be a Learner in Life. And I have put the stamp of self-control because this comes under that category. You know, we try to keep up our appointment with our clients, our appointment with our teacher, our appointment with our students, our appointment with our principal, our appointment with our doctor. We have to keep up all our appointments. But what about your appointment with yourself? And that has to be done on a daily basis. And this video will give you enough insight to know why you should be doing this. Then comes wisdom. I'm going to be making a change in this very soon because an insight struck me just yesterday. Wisdom has no favorites. You know, knowledge is limited. Knowledge is not everybody's cup of tea. Because if knowledge was unlimited, everybody would have been a PhD. But knowledge is limited. Okay, and there is a lot of story about knowledge. No, I did not have enough resources. My parents could not fund my education. I could not complete my formal education. So knowledge is definitely limited resource. But wisdom is unlimited. And wisdom has no favorites. All you need to do is ask, seek, knock. And in the post-COVID era, you also need to click. So I can see a smile on Arun Anthony's face because these are all digital geeks. These are boys who play in the digital world. So wisdom, you need to ask, you need to seek, you need to knock, and you also need to click. Source of knowledge, understanding of knowledge could begin with your daily taking part in a routine. 20 minutes every day. Can you keep for deep breathing and stretching? Deep breathing and stretching. I've again put a stamp, self-control. 20 minutes of your time, friends. We're not asking for much. And look at the word. The key word is stretching, stretch. Because if I would have put the word exercise, you would have thought, oh, this guy is going to tell us to jog and run, take part in a marathon, become an Ironman. No, friends, just stretching exercise. You remember what PT sir taught us in school? Yeah, just do that for 20 minutes every day. Deep breathing, deep breathing. And this comes under the category of self-control. Another thing continuing in self-control is reading, a source of knowledge, a source of knowledge. When what you read, you apply, that translates into wisdom. But your habit of reading, can you dedicate 20 minutes every day to read? 20 minutes. We're not asking for much, friends. So if you see, I've broken it up into a capsule of 20, 20, 20. So we are playing 20, 20, 20. Okay, now there is IPL fever going on. So that is only T20. But I'm talking of 20 into 3, 3x. 20 minutes of connecting with yourself, 20 minutes of breathing and stretching, 20 minutes of reading is going to do a world of difference in your life and would definitely encourage you at least one day in a month, self-control, to go on an e-fast. In India, of course, we have got participants from over 20 nationalities today. But in a country like India, it is not so difficult to understand the concept of fasting, because here people fast at the drop of a hat. You want to have a healthy baby? Fast. You want to get a good husband? Fast. You want to get a good wife? Fast. You want to get a good job? Fast. You don't know how you are prepared for your exam, but after the exam, if you want good marks, fast. In all that fasting that we do, I'm encouraging you also to e-fast. One day in the month to stay away from technology. It's quite practical and it is possible. What we are doing is what we are encouraging you to do. So your real world, friends, is your elemental balance, 20 minutes. Your real world is the books you read. Your real world is the breathing and stretching that you do. And that is what we call as self-control. But then when we want to do all these things, it is always there in the run of our mind, back of our mind, especially in today's stressful times. I want to sleep. And the day you are the most tired, sleep doesn't come easy. It's running in our mind. I'm tired today. I'm just going to hit the sack and I'm going to sleep. It doesn't happen. Okay. And all of us aspire to sleep like a baby. Now, how would you plan to sleep like a baby? Well, we sleep like a baby because we have something called as a sharp air purifier with plasma cluster technology in our bedroom. Not only one, I have two units, one for my daughters and one in my bedroom. But then if you want to sleep like a baby, deep sleep like a baby, don't you think you should do the same things that the baby does? Now, some of you will ask me, what does the baby do? I mean, a baby can't do anything by itself, yeah? Perfect. Baby cannot do anything by itself. Now, those of you who've raised a baby, those of you who have witnessed baby at home, baby on board, what does a baby do after you give the baby a nice massage and a hot shower? The baby sleeps like a baby. And then you can have drums ringing around their ears. They are not disturbed. They sleep like a baby. So if you are able to pick up the clue from here, and if you are able to go into a hot shower every night before going to bed, and you need to have a 2-hour gap between your meal. So if you've just had your meal, you don't go to the shower. Okay, you need to have a 2 hours gap. And then you take a hot shower. Now, when I do this every night, I don't take a head bath. I don't take a shower I don't wash my hair at night. So it's more of a hot body shower. You do this, friends, and today is what I can assure you, that you will sleep like a baby. A simple step that you can take in getting across good sleep. Because sleep has got a lot of importance in Ayurveda. Sleep, according to Ayurveda, is repair time. It's time when your body is repairing itself. And you cannot afford to miss this. So imagine the plight of people who have lost their sleep. Imagine the plight of people who can't sleep. Can you imagine the damage that they're progressively doing onto their own body because of their lack and inability to sleep? And this is one simple step that you can try tonight. We definitely hope to get your feedback. Send us a message tomorrow on sharing your experience of you had a hot shower before you went to bed tonight. Some of you like to watch TV, good enough. Some of you like to read books, good enough. Some of you reply to all your mails in the night. Do everything just before you're going to hit the sack. You take yourself a hot shower and hit the sack and see the kind of sleep you have. Then we also want you to become a little generous in life. And when we talk in terms of generosity, the community of immunity promotes donating blood. Because blood donation is an act of therapy. In Ayurveda, it is called Rakta motion. So now when you saw Rakta moksha happening from your body, blood letting from your body, actually all the blood donation camps, even I do this, yeah. You donate blood, you make a picture, you put it on social media, I donated blood. All those people should be charged because all the ones who are donating blood are actually undergoing therapy. Your immune system will be 5x, 10x when you are regular and genuine in donating your blood. And the reports that we have got from various blood banks, during the lockdown, a lot of regular donors have not stepped out of their house to donate blood. And emergency cases always and till date needs blood. So be generous. It is something that you have. It doesn't cost you much. You just need to get to a blood bank and donate blood. And this enhances your immune system. Self-control. In the self-control slide, I also include eating. We eat too much. Hello. We eat too much. And some of my friends are not happy with this slide. And I still remember during vote of thanks, one of the presentations after I finished the community of immunity, the gentleman told me, with all due respect, sir, Shri Sebastian, sir, आपने हमारे पेट पे लात मारा है. Okay, so food is something that we love. Enjoy your meal, but watch the quantity and watch the time. This is something that comes under self-control. Under self-control comes a balanced meal. And a balanced meal is definitely with balanced taste. You need all tastes. So Ayurveda classifies 6 tastes. Sweet, salty, sour, pungent, bitter, astringent. All these tastes have to be there in the part. This has to be a part of your diet. Daily diet. Now tell me, cross your heart and tell me, jo kahenge, sach kahenge. Whatever you speak, you will speak the truth and nothing but the truth. Since morning, what all bitter have you eaten? Forget since morning. In the last 1 week, what is the bitter things that you've eaten? During the lockdown, what are the bitter things that you've eaten? And this has to be a part of your daily diet, but with an order. You begin your meal with something sweet. Then the main course. So what I'm trying to say is dessert first. Dessert first, and then your meal, and end your meal with something astringent and bitter. This is a healthy eating order. And those of my friends who've known me for quite some time, they see how religiously I follow this practice, where I enjoy sweets, but I do it before my meals and never after the meals. Now, some of my friends have made a sandwich approach. They eat sweet before and they call me and they say, "Sir, you gave a very awesome suggestion. And from the time I heard you say this, I have started eating sweets before, but I'm eating little sweets afterwards also." Oh, so it is a sandwich. You have sweet on top and sweet at the end. Please don't do those kind of crazy things. Sweet in the beginning and then followed by the rest of the taste. You will see a world of difference in your life and in your immune system. Kick your sugar addiction. I'm using a strong word under self-control. Kick your sugar addiction. Because research has proven there are people who have come out of a drug rehabilitation center having given up on cocaine. But there are people who are not able to give up on their sugar addiction. So now tell me, what is more addictive? Cocaine or sugar? I'm not promoting cocaine here. I'm giving you a reference. White sugar, friends. What I do at home is what I can share. My friends already have a smile on their face because they know my next dialogue. In the last 3 years, 2017, 18, 19, 20, we have bought 3 kilograms, 3 kgs of white sugar at home. In the last 3 years, that's 1 kg per year. How much did you buy this month and how much are you planning to buy in the month of November? Diwali coming. Oh man, this is going to be the sweetest month of the year. Avoid white sugar. Avoid, not reduce. There are a lot of other options that you can try to still remain sweet, but definitely not white sugar. If you want to destroy your immune system, continue white sugar. We are talking of cell degeneration. And just this morning, we are talking of infections, cancer. The best food for cancer is sugar. You keep sugar in your diet, your cancer will be so happy. You keep sugar in your diet, your infections will be so happy. You want to fight these things, you need to knock off white sugar from now. Self-control, no portable, no drinking water in your refrigerator. Storing food is inevitable. Okay, I have got my friends who have joined me from the Middle East. The whole country depends on a cold chain. Okay, it's from a refrigerator to a refrigerator. So I cannot promote no refrigerator. And if you come home, you'll see a refrigerator in my house and you'll say hypocrite. I mean, he has a refrigerator in our house and in his house and he's telling us no refrigerator. What I'm saying is no cold food in your cold water in your refrigerator. And we welcome you to explore the holy hour, a kickstart for your day. So Community of Immunity encourages you to consider the first hour of your day as a holy hour. The very word that we've used, holy hour, pure time, the first hour of your day. What you do in the first hour of your day determines what will happen to you in the next 23 hours. So would definitely want you to have a focus on the first hour of your day. Few of us meet at 6 o'clock every day in the morning. We don't even meet for an hour, but it has brought a wave of change in our life. And we're doing this online. We call this the 6 a.m. Holy Hour Club. An amazing experience. And we would encourage you also to focus on that first hour of your day. So to grow further in the community of immunity, you need to learn to unlearn. Give up on an old school of thought, give up on things that you already know, and explore something new. Because until and unless you unlearn, you will not have the ability to learn something new. Because when we get into the process of unlearning the old school of thought, Indian manuscripts consider food to be a universe. Food is related to the universe. Anna Purna Brahma. The father of modern medicine, Hippocrates, gave us an awesome quotation, quote, "Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food," unquote. What he was trying to tell us is that food is your medicine and medicine is your food. Scripture says, "See, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is upon the face of the earth, every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food, fruits to be your food and leaves to be your medicine." So there is so much of food in front of us. But friends, our question to you tonight is there nutrition in your diet? Plenty of food, but what about nutrition? And if you are saying, no, our food is very nutritious, then why did hemoglobin become less? Why are people deficient of B12? Why are people deficient of D3? See, COVID has come now, new entrant in the house, new entrant in the family. But low hemoglobin, B12 deficiency, D3 deficiency is ages. And there is so much of food on the plate. So do not argue and do not spend futile time with futile, baseless arguments that no, we are going to drink healthy food, healthy. We don't believe in all these kind of things because food is nutritious. No, it is not. We need to identify that when we were in school and college and we were appearing for an exam and our main answer sheet got over, we always needed supplements. No, put up our hand, ask for supplements because paper is still incomplete. We need to complete the question paper. Similarly, friends, time has come. You take a good look at your plate. There are missing micronutrients in your diet and you need food supplements. Don't argue. Don't waste your time. The next call you should be making is to the friend who invited you for this session to advise you what supplements you and your family need, because your food is not enough. And what we are recommending you today is going to be prescribed tomorrow. Our recommendation is coming free. You know, many people, when we send them the invite, they ask us, is this session chargeable? I wish it was, because if it was chargeable, there would be a more degree of seriousness and commitment towards this. But we are giving you this message for free, friends. But please don't take it for granted. You and your family need supplements. Don't be in a state of denial. Micronutrients is what has gone missing from our daily diet. So while you enjoy your meal, you also need to top it up with some supplements, and especially with this kind of a virus on the large, a post-pandemic era, so to say, that you and I are stepping into. We need to understand that the body needs nourishment. The body does not need food. The body is not asking for dessert. The body is not asking for a burger. The body is not asking for a nice, whatever luxurious biryani or a sumptuous meal. What the body is asking for is nutrition. And Ayurveda tells us that there are 7 tissues to be nourished: plasma, blood, muscles. Then there are fat tissues, bone, cartilage. Then there is marrow, and there is reproductive organs. So this is called the Saptadhatu. Rasa, Ratta, Mausa, Meda, Asti, Maja, Shukra. When these 7 tissues are nourished, that is when our immunity is boosted. A lot of people are taking immune boosters. It doesn't work that way, friends. It doesn't work that way. Because if you look at the root, the entire body is interconnected. The entire body manifests certain signals. It gives us ideas. Like you have indicators on the panel of your four-wheeler, or you have indicators on the panel of your washing machine, which gives you an indication of what is happening inside the machine. Same way, the eyes is connected with the liver. Any distortion, any discomfort in the liver is manifested in the eyes. The ear is a reflection of your kidneys. The ear reflects the health of your kidneys. Your mouth is a manifestation of your stomach. Anything going wrong in the stomach also appears in the mouth. Your ulcers in the mouth, it is not a mouth problem. It is a stomach problem. So with this interconnectivity, which is lost because we have failed to understand how the body is nourished. When the 7 tissues, plasma, blood, muscle, fat, bones, marrow, reproductive organs are all nourished, then comes Ojas. That is immune system. That is the aura that we have. So here when we are talking in terms of building up an immune system, What you and I need is a good daily diet of rasayan. Okay. Now the word rasayan can also be translated as chemical in Hindi, but that is not the translation what we are referring to. Rasayan is a title given to a herb which has got 5 properties: adaptogen, immunomodulator, anti-aging, nutritive, and antioxidant. When any herb has these 5 properties, it is referred as a rasayan. And what in the ancient manuscripts, there are so many manuscripts that are referred to in Ayurveda. One of them is Dhalan, and it is referred there. Even the incurable diseases respond well through rasayan chikitsa. So here, when we are talking in terms of bridging, Ayurveda and modern medicine, the Institute for Functional Medicine released a dossier. It's available on the net. You just type Institute for Functional Medicine, and you'll get this entire, I think it's a 40-page document that is available on the net. And they're talking of functional medicine approach to COVID-19, virus-specific nutraceuticals and botanical agents. And many of their recommendations is something that we already have. So when we are talking in terms of healthy diet, friends, what we need at home is a good source of curcumin. Your turmeric is there in every home. Every home has turmeric. There is a bottle kept separate for turmeric, and the smallest spoon in the house is put in that. Okay, what is that small spoon of turmeric going to do for you? Nothing much. What you need is a concentrate form of curcumin, the core, the essence. Then there are botanical fruits, Morinda citrifolia, also known as noni, a very potential fruit, very bitter in taste, but amazing benefits on anti-inflammatory system and also enhancing the immune system. What you and I need something called rich dairy products. Of course, our friends who are vegan in nature would not be taking, but those who are okay with dairy products, colostrum, the first milk that the cow gives after giving birth to a calf, is very nutritious in diet. Colostrum, and which is required and a must in every home to balance hormonal imbalances and to protect the immune system. Virgin coconut oil is an excellent brain tonic. Krill oil is an excellent brain tonic. What you can see, the heap of green dust, is also called in the world as green gold. World Health Organization has termed spirulina as superfood. And in 1974, they have termed spirulina as superfood and the food for their future. Rich in vitamins, proteins, minerals, amino acids, and water-soluble protein, which a one-day-old baby can digest, and so can a 90-plus-year-old person. Astronauts going in space are given a regular supplementation of spirulina, because even with a compromised immune system, they are still able to digest. We also have flaxseed, super potent source of omega-3 and 6, keeping the entire circulatory system clean, providing rich fiber. But the oil has more potency than the seed in itself. Then we have amla, the Indian gooseberry, a natural source of vitamin C. And vitamin C is what is given to COVID-19 patients in the ICU. And here it's naturally available. Sea buckthorn, omega-3, 6, 7, 9, a range of omega-3, plus good for the skin, good for the joints, enhances the immune system, keeps you fresh, and a produce of India. This is called as layberry, found in the Leh Ladakh region. You need a high fiber diet, a rich fiber diet, because fiber is something that has gone missing from our diet. And then comes Ganoderma, a rare mushroom that has all these 5 properties of adaptogen, anti-aging, nutritive, immunomodulator, adaptogen. When these things comprise your daily diet, health is automatically restored. So here when you are looking at a capsule, don't misunderstand this to be medicine. It is food supplement. And food supplements put in the form of capsules only to increase the shelf life and portability so that it reaches you and me. In raw form, this might not survive for a long time. So here when we are talking in terms of the benefits of turmeric or curcumin, anti-inflammatory, and if you see, that is one of the cause of concern when COVID-19 patients, inflammation increases. And curcumin through research has proven to reduce the viral load of COVID-19. Morinda citrifolia, the benefits of avla, the benefits of sea buckthorn, like I told you, a power pack of omega fatty acids, 3, 6, 7, 9, all in one, sea buckthorn. The benefits of spirulina we can do over an hour's time. Do your own Google search also, and that will be quite handy for you. Connect with the friend who invited you and share this link with you, and they will definitely share more information on each of these supplements. Ganoderma is also referred as the king of herbs. Now, in the Orient, when we are talking in terms of king of herbs, in Indian manuscripts, you don't have a king and a queen in a herb. No, but Avla definitely has a higher reverence, so to say. But Ganoderma is worldwide known as the king of herbs. And the other colloquial name for Ganoderma is also Rishi mushroom, because this is what ancient sages were consuming as their regular diet. Because this mushroom has the ability to enhance your spiritual quotient. Your spirituality is enhanced by regularly consuming this mushroom. Then, like I told you, the uses of coconut oil. It would definitely encourage you to view the videos of Dr. B.M. Hegde, the Dean of Manipal University, plus Padma Vibhushan, the highest recognized civilian in India, awardee. And he's speaking about the benefits of coconut oil. It's a world in itself. High fiber diet, krill oil, an excellent brain tonic. And like I told you, when COVID-19 has the possibility of breaking the blood-brain barrier, you and I need food that can protect our brain. So food is not enough. We need brain food. That is why the very next edition that I'm going to be coming out next week is Mind Your Business, where we will be speaking more about brain food. And when we are talking in terms of flaxseed oil, again, inflammation buster, body weight monitor, okay, eye care protector, and so many benefits. You look at the same benefits of rice bran oil. Amazing benefits. Light on the stomach, easy on the heart, physically refined, and cholesterol. So there is a host of supplements, friends. We just listed a few for you, which is important for you to know. And here again, when we are looking in terms of Thomas Alva Edison, I don't know whether a scientist or when we are talking in terms of a prophet. Because what Thomas Alva Edison said, quote, the doctors of the future will no longer treat the human frame with drugs, but rather will cure and prevent diseases with nutrition, unquote. So food be thy medicine, medicine be thy food. Supplements is something that you need, friends. What we are recommending today will be prescribed tomorrow. Our recommendation is free. Your choice of supplements should be natural and economical. In the quest of immune system, you don't have to spend too much. Economically, you can balance your immune system. We have got an amazing shade of health. What we are offering, don't get us wrong, we are not trying to sell you something. This is what we are using at home. This is what we are recommending to you. You do your own search and you will find that this is the most economical and naturally produced food range of food supplements that we have. 7 range of Ayurvedic products and a host of supplements like cranberry, neem, and aloe vera, and so many others which it comprises of. In addition to that, we have a sharp air purifier with plasma cluster technology, which is now made mandatory in many OPDs of pediatrics and dentists. But your family needs to be protected from the indoor pollution. And this has also shown immense results in reducing the viral load or SARS-CoV-19 with research. So where you're talking of hospice care, we are talking of children, we are talking of elderly, you need this unit at home. And when you're talking in terms of nutrition, friends, a 1-day-old baby to a 90 plus, 100 plus year old person needs supplements. You know, we've got a couple of people in the family who delivered babies in the last couple of years. And whenever we had the joy of going and bringing that baby back home, you know, when the baby and the mother is happily being discharged, the baby was also given iron and zinc drops. Because the 4-day-old baby, iron and zinc drops. Because the doctor said that mother's milk is not as nutritious as before. So children need this additional dose. So what are we arguing about? Whether we need supplements, we don't need supplements. You needed them yesterday. You're already running a day late. Since 2004, this organization, Vestige, has been offering healthy food supplements to our doorstep. Awarded as the best nutraceutical company 2017 and 18. They maintain very high standard of processing and very, very economical in their pricing. When a country of ours has woken up to the post-pandemic era and made a clarion call, become vocal for local. We are not only vocal for local, we are also global, because these healthy food supplements are also available in India, UAE, Kingdom of Bahrain, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Bangladesh, Sultanate of Oman, Thailand, and very soon in Ghana. So in all these places, these nutritional food supplements are available. So what we can recommend to you as a healthy diet is a basic pack. What you need at home is spirulina, amla, curcumin plus, tulsi and giloy, bitter herbs. Tulsi to enhance your immune system. Now, when you're looking at this as your basic pack, any family can afford this. It'll come to you per person less than 10 to 15 rupees. This is in rupees. You could convert that in half a dirham in UAE. Or you can choose the premium pack. Spirulina, amla, curcumin, sea buckthorn, coconut oil, Gano coffee, Ganoderma available in the form of coffee as well as in capsules, Panch Tulsi and Giloy Plus. If you're watching this session from UAE, based on the product availability in your country, what you should have at your home, everybody in your family should be consuming is spirulina, amla, flax oil, curcumin, and rice bran oil. This can be a complete immune booster pack for your family. But friends, proof of the pudding is in the eating. So this is a very old saying. And proof of that the supplements really work is in the eating. And that is what we would encourage each one of you to be a part of this mission of community of immunity and make sure that this message goes far and wide. And when, in the previous session, I did not have this tagline, but I just put it in there because one of my friends called me up and said, bro, you told us to kick off sugar and then you are showing a picture of pudding. Well, you can make a good pudding at your home with stevia also. There are natural sweeteners also available to make your pudding. So you can try and explore that. So here, friends, to boost your immunity, and we need to make a firm resolve. Drink warm water throughout the day. I'm sipping that right now. Warm water throughout the day. Whenever you drink water, do it with a smile. Join us in our 6 a.m. Holy Hour Club. You can do it on your own. Because the 1 hour of your day, the first hour of your day, will determine the next 23 hours of your day. Please give due importance to the first hour of your day. And we told you, break it up into 3 modules. Connect with yourself, breathe and stretch, read. This is something you can do by yourself. And immunity supplements daily. It's not once in a lifetime. These are no more lifestyle products. When I was growing up as a baby, not as a baby, not baby, growing up as a boy, we didn't have television at home. I don't remember having a refrigerator at home. In the whole locality, there were just 2 televisions. And we used to be sitting on their window. We used to be trying to sneak into their door and watch television. Because in those days, television was luxury. Refrigerator was super luxury. And whenever mom used to make jelly, we used to go and request the auntie who had a refrigerator, can we please keep this in your fridge for some time? And then, because those are luxury items. But today, try telling your children, go and watch TV in your neighbor's house. Our children will remove us from the house. We might lose our job as parents. This is necessity now. Supplements is no more luxury. Supplements is a necessity now. People used to have it as lifestyle. We have supplements. It is no luxury now. It is something that is into main lifestyle. And what are the benefits? Tangible results. We are not building castles in the air of your health. Tangible results that you will see with start supplements. Your energy will be on top of the world. Your appetite will be balanced. You will begin to eat according to your hunger. You will not eat according to the time. Your sleep will be deep and sound. Your cleansing, urination, stools, sweat, monthly cycle for women, women who have come close to menopause, hot flushes, mood swings, everything balanced with the help of food supplements. And the biggest blessing of food supplements is clarity of thought. So here, friends, when we are looking in terms of the community of immunity, be a part of the Holy Hour Club. Your time in the morning, what you do in the first hour. Family first. Family is your priority. Do what it takes to keep your family together. Because like I told you in the slide, the biggest challenge ahead, the institution called family is under threat. Hold the family together. Nutrition, self-control and sleep. Ahar, brahmacharya, nidra. Tripod of your health. Give it due respect. And when it comes to nutrition, you need nutritional supplements. Don't remain in a state of denial. You need supplements. Try to live a life free from sugar and say hello to life. Don't forget the thank you message to the one who has invited you for this session or shared the link with you. They deserve a thank you because they've taken this time out and they've put you on their list so that your health and your family's health improves. Taste has an eating order. Sweet first, then the main course. End it up with something bitter or something astringent. Green tea, a black lemon tea is all astringent in taste. That is what you can end your day with. E-fasting. Stay away from technology. 1 day in the month. 1 day in the month. And in episode 1 and 2 of Community of Immunity already loaded. Please view that. And that is something that will definitely help you understand this better. And breathe fresh. So when you're talking in terms of breathing fresh, you have the exercise that you do for breathing, or you can install a sharp air purifier in your home and you can breathe fresh. Both options are available for you. So welcoming you to join us in this mission. And this mission is from India with love. And repeating and emphasizing again, in one city in one country in the world gave the whole world a pandemic. One city, one country in the world has the power to restore the immune system of the whole world. We need you in this mission, friends. We can't do this by ourselves. We so very much need you to be a part of this mission. Stay tuned. We're just putting a comma. We're not going far away. Because the next episode that comes from the community of immunity is Mind Your Business. So the same person who shared this link with you will also share the link of this session. And again, we will do it in 2 parts. We'll do it in Hindi and we'll repeat it in English. So thank you so much for your time. We appreciate your effort also in being a part of this session. And we thank you on behalf of your friends who have invited you for this session. We will keep the forum open for some questions now. And if you can limit your questions to the community of immunity, we would really appreciate that. Stay connected with the person who shared the link with you. And they will be able to guide you, handhold you to explore this awesome world of wellness.